Homecoming weekend, the most wonderful time of the year. Homecoming means basketball, which means winter sports, which means winter, which means cold. And I don't like the cold. Hello, I'm Riley Kapchuk.
And I'm Gwen Good. I had some business to take care of last week, which we'll get into later, but I'm back and ready for another exciting episode of SportsLine. As always, grab some Halloween candy, if you have any left, of course, then sit back and enjoy the show. You're watching Salle TV's Home View Explorers Athletics, SportsLine.
Welcome to SportsLine. Fall sports are coming to an end, but winter sports are just getting started.
And later, I got the opportunity to sit down with members of the dance team.
But first, let's take a look at our SportsLine top 3.
The LaSalle men's basketball team opened its new home at John Glazer Arena, taking the victory over the American Eagles, 65-52. The arena buzzed with energy as fans and spectators filled the stands. Their cheers and excitement was made present throughout the game.
Number 2. This Saturday is LaSalle's homecoming. There will be many festivities over the weekend, including awards, breakfast with the brothers, a showcase for the Masked Mavericks, food trucks, and games. On Saturday will be followed by the women's basketball home opener against Delaware at 12 p.m. and then men's basketball playing at 3 p.m. versus Lafayette.
Number 3. Drew Blackwell has been named the Atlantic 10 Offensive Player of the Week. Blackwell scored 1 goal and had 1 assist in LaSalle's 2-1 win against George Washington last Saturday.
An exciting weekend coming up.
Very exciting.
Are you going to the game?
I am. I went last year into the women's and men's, but I'm excited because I missed the women's game.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Definitely energy packed. Good to see everyone's parents from home. Mostly everyone's parents from home.
Mostly, yes.
And the men's basketball team already is starting off with a win, which is great. Their new structured team. That's awesome to see. And I'm excited to see how they'll play against Lafayette. And Lafayette is a D3 school, so it's kind of
should be a win.
Hoping it's a win.
No, I'm excited. They've already set it up like homecoming. I've seen like balloons. Yeah. I'm excited for the food truck. I missed it last year. I didn't go.
That's my favorite thing about homecoming. And then we have the other festivities like the mask performance. You're going to that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go. It's at 7, I think, in the evening.
And then we have Drew Blackwell as the player of the week. It's the first time I think men's soccer has been.
Well, I think it's exciting because that game was very intense. We'll get into it a bit more later.
Yeah, we will.
But fair play to him, obviously. We had their trainer on the bus, and she was very excited. It was an intense game.
The team's going good. Again, we'll get into that later, but soccer has taken a turn for the better, which I'm surprised. I've been a little bit of a hater, I feel like this.
With the men's football? Men's soccer?
Yeah.
Nah, I think a lot of the teams have had their ups and downs, so I'm glad they've got their win. Well, we've got 2 wins with the men's.
And then they play again this weekend, which will be exciting. Hopefully they're in championships, and hopefully they can clutch something good.
Yeah. How was the game? Did you go to the game?
It was good. It was good. That's it for the top 3. Now let's see how our weeks did in this week's recaps. LaSalle Field Hockey wrapped up its 2024 season Friday afternoon against number 5 St. Joseph's University. The game began quietly for both offenses, but St. Joseph struck first in the 6th minute. The Hawks didn't stop there, adding another goal before the end of the first quarter. LaSalle had a promising chance to get on the scoreboard in the second quarter. Sophia Wassel found a window to fire off the shot and goal, but St. Joseph's defense held strongly, denying the Explorers any breakthrough. The LaSalle defense did an impressive job throughout the first half, keeping the high-ranked Hawks offense at bay and maintaining the scoreline at 2-0. In the final quarter, St. Joseph secured their victory with one last goal. The Explorers fell 3-0.
The LaSalle men's and women's cross-country team competed at the Atlantic 10 Championship on Saturday morning, hosted by the University of Richmond. Making a mark in A10 history, this is the first time since 2008 that both individual champions came from the same school. With McCallum Rowe and Gwen claiming the men's and women's title, it's also the first time since 2006 that LaSalle has won both individual championships. In the team standing, the LaSalle men's team finished 5th, while the women's team placed 4th, but only 10 points away from 2nd place. Now for a more detailed breakdown of the race, the women's team scored a total of 123 points, led by me, Gwen Good. This doesn't feel right to read out the results about myself, but I claimed the A10 individual champion title, winning the 6K race with a time of 20 minutes and 10 seconds. I finished at least 28 seconds ahead of my competitors, and I was awarded both the most outstanding performer and all conference honours. Now for the rest of the team, Helene Usher was LaSalle's 2nd finisher, taking 17th place. Neve Moulay came in 32nd, just ahead of Lexi Rivard in 34th place. Amelia Arts secured 40th place, followed by Amelia Green in 45th. Stella Hammond rounded up the scoring positions in 65th place.
On the men's side, the team scored 139 points with a record-breaking performance from McCallum Rowe. He captured the individual title in the 8K race, finishing in 23 minutes and 37 seconds and setting a new A10 championship record for the fastest men's time, a record previously held for 39 years. Rowe's efforts earned him Most Outstanding Performance and all conference honors. Matt Hill was next for the Explorers, finishing 18th. James Patak followed closely, finishing in 36th, with Callum Murray just behind in 40th place. Takedo Tyson was LaSalle's 5th scorer, placing 44th, while Charlie Hatzel and David Butts wrapped up the scoring for LaSalle, finishing 50th and 53rd place.
The LaSalle men's soccer team pulled off a thrilling comeback Saturday afternoon. The game started with a couple of early attempts from George Washington before LaSalle's Colin Beasley fired a shot wide of the goal in the 19th minute. Just 2 minutes later, George Washington struck first, taking a 1-0 lead. Explorers goalie Tino Knies was quick to respond, making his first save of the game in the 29th minute. Later, George Washington narrowly missed another goal with a shot off the crossbar in the 33rd minute. LaSalle pushed back as Drew Blackwell tested the Revolutionaries goalie in the 40th minute, only to be denied. Beasley followed up with a shot on goal just 3 minutes later, but again, George Washington kept their net clear. As the second half unfolded, LaSalle's Antonio Garisi Echibari and Nevin Bear each had shots on frame that were again saved by George Washington's goalie. In a dramatic turn, LaSalle was reduced to 10 men, with Beasley picked up his second yellow card in the 77th minute. The Explorers refused to back down. Just 3 minutes later, after going a man down, Beer scored the equaliser off a pass from Blackwell, tying the game at 1-1. LaSalle wasn't done yet. 5 minutes later, Blackwell fired the game-winning goal into the net, sealing the epic comeback. LaSalle held strong in the final minutes to secure its first come-from-behind victory of the season, capping off a memorable performance, ending the regular season 6-7-4.
LaSalle women's basketball had their first season opener on the road against Maine this past Monday. In just over a minute into the contest, junior Ais Magassa broke the scoring for her first points as an Explorer. The Maine offense settled in quickly after then by taking advantage of the three-point shot to grow their lead. By the end of the first quarter, the Black Bears were up 28-11 going into the second quarter. The Explorers relied on their new players to claw at Maine's lead. Ashley Connor, Magessa, and Joanne Quinn each had their moments to get LaSalle within single digits. Maine picked up right where they left off, extending their lead coming out of the half, kick started by Mackenzie Deleba. The Explorers would then go on a run to get them back within the point. Magassa and Eris McCoon would add on, but Quinn was one to get a three, put back the Explorers back within the point, 33-32. The teams battled back and forth the remainder of the game, but the Explorers would not be able to shrink Maine's lead, ending in a loss for the LaSalle 65-51. They will have their home opener in the new John Glaser Arena on Saturday against Delaware.
LaSalle men's basketball opened season with a victory. The LaSalle men's basketball team celebrated the opening of John Glaser Arena with a strong 65-52 win over the American Eagles. Defense led the way as LaSalle allowed just just 52 points, the fewest in a season opener since holding St. Peter's to 40 in 2017. The first point secured in the new arena came from Jahilil White, and after a quick 5-5 tie, Salle took control with a 7-0 run to go up to 12-5. American responded, going on 11-4 run to even the score at 16, with just under 7 minutes to go in the half. The Explorers answered with an 8-point surge, highlighted by 2 3-pointers from Andreas Marrero and Tunde Valleberg-Vasasi. Mac Etienne set up Tunde for a long-range shot to put LaSalle up 24-16, forcing an American timeout. LaSalle maintained control to close the first half, capping it off with a buzzer-beating 3-point from White that energized the crowd and gave the Explorers a 33-22 lead at the break. The Eagles came out strong to start with the second half, cutting the LaSalle lead to just 37-35 with 15 minutes left. The Explorers responded with a 6-point run spread across 3 different scorers to build up the lead back up to 8 at the 11-minute mark. American managed to narrow the gap to 3 points again, but LaSalle responded once more. Another 6-point run capped up a second change score from Etienne, brought the lead back into the double digits. With contributions from White and freshman Deuce Jones, the Explorers took the largest lead of the night at 54-41. American couldn't recover as White and graduate transfer Corey McKeith combined for 7 of the final 11 points to seal the victory.
Hi. New sports to talk about.
New sports, new faces.
New faces, new names. Let's talk about something really important, and you know where I'm going.
Oh.
Gwen, do you want to talk about what's in front of us?
Yeah, the business I had to take care of last week.
Yeah, business. Let's talk business.
Well, first of all, thanks, Liv, for filling in for me. Really appreciate it. I was a bit busy with our conference on Saturday. We were in Virginia. No, was it Virginia? I think so.
I don't know, you tell me.
I was on the bus for too long. I lost my mind. But yeah, it was a good result. Obviously, Mac had an amazing run as well. He won the men's side. The women, big shout out to the girls. Mm-hmm. They really did a good job. We came 4th, as we mentioned, but last year we came 9th, which is a very big improvement. Mm-hmm. And the guys' side, they did not as well as they hoped, but still very good. So yeah, it was a good experience.
Congratulations.
Nice to be back, though. Thank you.
Congratulations to you and your team. Definitely exciting.
Yeah.
And then let's start with field hockey. Again, they just finished up their season. Field hockey they started off with a really good season. They had a good record. They played good too. And they just
it's just a bit sad how
yeah.
I'm gutted for them. I think they've had a very roller coaster season.
Definitely.
And off the field. Yeah. And to finish with a loss might have been a bit tough, but oh well. Yeah. It's okay. And the 7 starters are leaving next year, so they're going to be needing a lot of recruiting next year.
Definitely. That's definitely something I feel like a lot of teams have done this year, but they're going to need to continue to do mostly every season, because there's going to be great people coming in and there's going to be great people going.
Yeah. Talking about recruits, though, on the basketball side, loads of new faces.
Loads of new
names.
Lots of transfers.
We need to get to know them a little bit more, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think with the women, they lost their first game, but I think they're just starting to get to know each other a little bit.
It'll be exciting to see what they do Saturday. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Gwen had the chance to sit down with Crystal and Gia from the dance team.
Hey, I'm worried about your parents. We need to show them how to spot phishing emails.
Agreed, the scammers are out of control.
Plus, help them add multi-factor authentication.
Yes, we use MFA at work and it's great. Software update? Done. Time to celebrate.
For more information on how to keep yourself and those you care about safe online, go to cisa.gov/secure our world.
Dear University of...
Thank you for your offer
to become student ID number 283471.
While I appreciate your desire
for my impeccable academic record,
I must decline the opportunity
to get a generic degree.
I've decided to tell my story.
To be a student,
not a statistic.
I wish you good luck in the future
as I embark on mine.
Welcome back. I got the opportunity to sit down with some of the members of the dance team. Check it out. Welcome to On the Sideline. Today we have two members of the dance team, Crystal and Gia. Hi guys, thank you for coming. Thanks for being so patient as well. Can you tell me a little bit about the dance team? I don't know anything about it. This is new to me. Dancing and cheerleading is very American. So can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, so we perform at all of the women's and men's basketball games, and we stand on the sidelines, we dance, and we are really there to hype up the students and all of the members who on the team and the crowd.
Nice. I can tell you that you guys definitely do a good job at that.
Thank you.
It's very exciting. Can you tell me a little bit about, because we've got homecoming coming up this weekend. How do you guys prepare for that? Gia?
So prior, we practice the dance that we pick, anything our uniforms that we want to wear, and then on the day of, we go into our locker room, we practice some more, we kind of just bond and have our little moment, and just to so that we can hype the crowd up and get ourselves hyped. Just kind of, yeah.
With training and stuff, how do you come up with dances? How do you create new dances? I don't know. How do you do it?
So our coach, Brooke, she comes up with most of them, but she also lets us choreograph our own.
Oh, wow.
So I know I just choreographed Monday night's game. Gia's going to choreograph a dance coming up soon. So yeah, it's really, if you want to take initiative, you can put up a dance and perform it.
Nice. Yeah. And how many members do you have on that dance team?
We have 9 currently, but we are starting recruitment and looking to expand our team and grow.
How are you recruiting this semester?
Just going to dance schools around the area, any high schools, and inviting them to recruitment clinics, and just going from there.
Nice. Have you both done dancing when you were young? How'd you get into it?
So I've been dancing since I was maybe 2 or 3. Wow. So it's been a long time now as a senior, but my sister did it, and I used to copy everything she did, and I stuck with it, so here I am.
What about you?
I've also been dancing since I was 2, and I've done all styles. I've done competition teams, recitals, all of that, and I just knew I could not stop dancing in college, so.
So you both said that you've been dancing for years. What's your favorite kind of dance? Do you want to start?
So I was actually only ever trained in jazz before I got here, so that's something that I love and I've carried here, but now I love pom and I'm really learning hip hop, but yeah, I'm a jazz girl at heart.
What kind of dances is that, for jazz?
So they're more girly, they have turns, they have leaps, they're technique oriented. You won't see us with any palms when we do those.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. And then what about yourself?
When I was doing competition, it was definitely acro, which is flips and all sorts of tricks that I used to be able to do. But I think definitely now I'm more of a hip hop person.
Yeah. Nice. And then is hip hop the kind of dances you guys do now?
Yes.
That's how you hype up the crowd.
So we do hip hop, jazz, and pom. So those are the 3 that we'll switch back and forth in to try to keep it fresh for the crowd.
Yeah. What are you going to do for homecoming this weekend? Is it a surprise? Or?
We do have a trailer up on our Instagram, but it does involve poms.
Yes.
Okay, nice. And then you said you did competition?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. What was that like?
Honestly, it feels just like dancing in front of the crowd here, but the lights are kind of blinding you, and it's just in the heat of the moment kind of thing. It's just, you're in your own little world.
Yeah. I've watched Dance Moms. Is that something similar? Like, yeah, would you say?
I would say so. It's
Competition-wise.
just without the drama, you know.
Without the drama?
Yeah.
Or with the drama?
Never
Never the drama. Wow. Okay. So then with competitions and preparing for games, what kind of rituals do you guys do? Do you do something as a team? Like, do you have a saying? Yeah, what do you do?
We kind of just bond with each other and we go over like our dances, our sidelines, just stay with each other till we have to go up with each other to like the game and all that.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have any?
At the end of every practice, we have a little break, so we always huddle. We give each other some advice or just like things we need to do for the week, and then we have a little chant before we get to all leave.
Nice.
Always that.
Do you guys get nervous for these like games and stuff? No?
I do. All the time. Every single time.
I guess you get nervous at the start, and then once the music go, you just forget about it.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and then how do you, going off like the team dynamic and stuff, do you see the people on your team like sisters? Have you bonded a lot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because there's only 9 of us right now, so I feel like in my 4 years here that it's always been a pretty small team, but I just love every single person who's been on the team, and I still keep in contact with the people that graduated, and they come back and see us. And we do team bonding once a month, so it's like a really important dynamic for all the girls on the team.
I think a lot of teams at Salle should maybe look at the dance team a bit more with the team. What kind of team bondings do you guys do?
Last time we did like a bracelet or keychain making with each other, so we put like the Salle University dance team on it. We've had like root beer floats, and then we watched a movie. Kind of just like fun things together, and like we can just joke around that and have fun.
Nice.
Yeah, we've got ice skating.
Oh yeah, ice
We're gonna
skating.
see Wicked next month. Like,
No way.
Yeah.
I'm very jealous. Maybe we should do that on the track and field team. And then with the team, has there been any challenges you guys overcome? Would you say?
I just say like, in my 4 years here, the transition has been enormous because like I had a different coach. Now we have a new coach. Athletics is really getting involved with the dance team. We have a locker room now. We have a lift schedule.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they're really trying to rope us in and like include us with athletics.
Nice.
So I think overcoming that initial hurdle and now really being part of athletics, and there's still things that we need to work on.
Yeah.
But I think the inclusion is really coming in, and we're going to see more of that in the next couple
you guys
of years.
work hard, you deserve, have that recognition and stuff. Nice. And then for anyone who wants to join, how would they get in contact with you? Do you have Instagram?
Yes, we have our Instagram, which is LaSalle University Dance Team or LaSalle Dance Team, and on there is our coach's email, and you can just DM as well and ask like the details about what's going on. If they're looking to recruit, we have flyers that we're going to be sending out soon. So.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thanks both for coming in. I've definitely learned a lot. Hopefully the people on the TV watching have learned a lot. And yeah, thanks for watching On the Sideline.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we have all this week's upcoming games. Stay tuned.
We live in a country that incarcerates its own people more than any other nation in the world.
The individual can age out of crime. He or she, 9 times out of 10, is no longer thinking like he or she once thought when they were 18. This is a good time to have a second look for everyone. We have 50 years of data that proves to us emphatically that the old way of doing things no longer works.
Welcome back. We have a busy week of Explorers Sports, so here's what you have to look forward to. The time is finally here. This Saturday is LaSalle's homecoming, where women's basketball will have their home opener in the new John Glaser Arena at noon against the University of Delaware. They will then take on Drexel away at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. On homecoming, men's basketball will follow with a game against Lafayette at 3 p.m. They will then have another home game against Cornell on Tuesday, November 12th at 6:30 p.m.
The swimming and diving team will compete against Villanova at the Kirk Pool tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m. And men's soccer will start their playoff journey against George Mason with a kickoff set for 7 p.m. Sorry, I just got too excited. I'm excited for them.
We got A10 championships coming up again. Well, we had some already, but now we got whatever.
Don't worry about
whatever. Now
That's
we got
boring.
soccer again, and they played them before. They fell 1 point behind. It was 2-1. I feel like they could low key, if they really set their mind to it, they could get this win.
They've shown resilience. They've shown determination. They've shown they haven't given up from that previous game versus George Washington. So I feel like if they just continue that and I think if they just play football a bit, if they make it easier for themselves by keeping that energy from the start instead of doing it at the end,
and figuring out what worked last time, what they can do this time. It's just all repeats itself. And then we have swimming again. Swimming's fun. Can't wait to see.
I love swimming.
Stats.
The energy is good.
It's so good. It's
the vibe's good. You go in there and everyone's so hyped. Like, I used to think swimming was like such an individual sport, but nah, it's such a team sport.
Yeah, definitely.
People are shouting, cheering, encouraging each other to do more.
And we have great swimmers on our team, like just on the men's side alone. Felix, Andrea, like after their like meets, hearing about like their stats, it's always like
it's crazy.
They just keep getting better.
I know. And the diving.
The diving's so cool. I actually watched like a clip of it and I was like, I thought
how did he do
the
like,
flips and like, I was like, oh my god.
I can't even do that on trampoline.
definitely fun, but
I'm also excited for the basketball. The women's, like we said, new faces.
And they didn't lose that bad against Maine, so they could really come back and start the season strong.
I feel like from what I've seen, I feel like they've got that team dynamic a little bit more than last year. They have the same coaches, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, even men's basketball, they have that dynamic going on. I'm excited. Yeah. I feel like it'll be fun. That just about wraps it up for us this week. If you can't make it out to see the Explorers play, be sure to tune in next week for our coverage. Keep up with this week's other sporting events by visiting goexplorers.com.
Also, check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/LaSalleTV and on Instagram at SportsLineLTV. We welcome you to send us your thoughts and suggestions there.
For our entire SportsLine team, I'm Riley Kapchuk.
And I'm Gwen Good. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the game.